Welcome to the Pop Punk Nerd Show. I'm your host, the Pop Punk Nerd. Introducing the Pop Punk crew. Wayne from St. Louis, Missouri, the WWE Champion. Dude level 92, Keenan.
Oh my God, he right here. Champ time. Yeah, what up, y'all?
Weighing in from Canada, the lead singer of Minority 905. Give it up for John.
Oh, what's good, everybody?
Weighing in from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the YouTuber known as Indie Jones 1989. Give it up for Connor.
Hey,
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the first ever Pop Punk Nerd Show FaceTime ever. We're gonna try doing this now instead of just having audio. So we're gonna kind of pretty much just try to see where it goes. That way you guys can see us and see our total like expressions for everything we do. Either way, welcome again to the Pop Punk Nerd Show, where we talk about music, video games, movies, anything pop culture related. How's everyone today?
Good,
We're
man.
doing good.
Nice, guys. Nice. What's everyone been playing lately?
What have you guys been playing?
Well, I haven't played a whole lot, but on my girl's Xbox, I did a little bit of Cuphead, and there's one game which is actually it's hard but it's fun. Party Hard. Anybody familiar with that?
it sounds familiar.
So you're basically this killer, and you're at a party, and they have like different settings. It's either a house, it could be like a hotel or beach, whatever. So your objective is if you have to kill all these people at the party. You can't get caught. If you do get caught, someone calls the police, and then you basically have to evade the whole entire way until the cops, kind of leave the scene. It's fun. Like it is slow, but it's something really good. So y'all need to check that out. Party Hard.
That kind of reminds me of a game called like The Ship I used to play. It was literally something like that, but it was a multiplayer type game where you're on a ship and you literally have to like go hunt the one of the other players down without getting caught by the police or any witnesses, while another player is coming after you. But the thing was, you also have to maintain like it's also a survival game. Like you have to maintain your hunger bar, your thirst bar, your sleep bar, and like you gotta shower. It's almost like Sims meets Assassin's Creed, pretty much.
That's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, but it was actually a pretty fun game if you knew once you got the hang of it. What you been playing, John?
I was playing F1 just a little while ago. I've also been playing Tomb Raider. I'm on the third game now. I just finished the second, so yeah.
How you been liking it?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. It's basically like Uncharted, but with a bow and arrow.
Bow and arrow,
I just like killing people.
And it's a chick.
Yeah.
Go with the right one.
What about you, Connor? What you been playing?
That's good.
Not really a whole lot of like newish stuff, honestly. I mean, I've been going back to GTA 5 here and there just for the hell of it. And honestly, the game I probably played the most in the past few weeks is Mike Tyson's Punch Out on the NES.
Oh, nice.
Honestly,
Nice.
just a classic. I love that game. So it's one of the best go-to games for me.
Nice. Lately I've been like experimenting with a bunch of games right now. I've been playing a lot of Sea of Thieves lately, so I've been enjoying that a lot. Been playing Super Mario 3D World for a bit, and I got PS Now for a bit because I got it for $1, so I'm just testing out games there. And one of the games I've been testing out was WWE 2K Battleground.
Ooh, all right.
Nice.
Yeah, Super Mario 3D World is actually fun. I got it for I know I got it for DS. I haven't played it that much, but it's been great.
Nice.
Yeah. Actually, thinking of games I've been playing, I'm kind of pissed that Mario 35 is gone. I was actually really enjoying that.
I know. I was like,
Thanks, Nintendo.
Yeah. So some of our viewers, not if they don't know about. So Nintendo released Super Mario 3D All-Stars for the 35th anniversary on the Switch, which includes Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. And the issue was that these games were out for a limited time. So they came out in September. I believe it was September, I think, or October. I feel like it was September.
I think it was a September, or like late September release.
Yeah, and they were only available till March 31st of 2021. And the thing was, not only they were done selling the game, but they were done, like, they removed it off the Nintendo eShop to purchase. And
why?
I don't, like, that's what people are wondering why. And the thing is, like, people are trying to, like, a lot of people are, like, complaining about it. It's like, yeah, because these are really good games. Why wouldn't Nintendo remove, like, a popular selling video game off the market?
Like, at the least. Like, and then it's like, if you're going to make Mario, we're going to need Donkey Kong, we're going to need Metroid, we're going to need Zelda, if anything. They can make more. They can do that.
Yeah. So, and not only that, they removed also a game on the Switch called Super Mario Bros. 35, which was pretty much like a battle royale game of the original Super Mario Bros. Games, where you're playing the original game, but you're playing with 35 other players, and you guys are trying to, like, eliminate each other from the game while going through the levels.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't play that game. Like, you can still download. Like, if you bought these games digitally, you can still re-download them. Like, you can still play 3D All-Stars if you bought the game digitally. But Super Mario Bros. 35, that's gone. You can't even, like, you can boot the game up, but you can't even, like, load a server, because they literally tell you, hey, this game's not in service anymore.
I used to have All-Star for Super Nintendo. I think I sold it to a friend.
Yeah, so...
Hey.
Yeah, so pretty much, like, this whole thing is just going crazy, because, like, now, if you find a copy of that game physically at stores, I would say just buy it right now, if there's still any copies out.
Goodwill.
Yeah, or
Goodwill.
Goodwill at this point, like, for the Switch version, obviously. But now it's like, people are gonna, obviously we're gonna get scalpers, and people are just gonna, like, sell this for more. I've already seen them on eBay. They're selling this game for, like, at least $90 to almost $500.
Rare games is gonna be that one day. So it's like, all right,
but
if I can find one for cheap.
The thing I don't understand is, when it comes to, like, game collecting, it's not even rare games. It's the popular games that are selling expensive. Like, Mario Sunshine on GameCube was, like, a big popular game that everybody bought. But for some reason now, this game's like $60 to $70 brand new. Or used. It's like...
Yeah, I mean, I would consider throw it away, throw those in the trash. Sorry, throw it in the trash. Go to mine, throw it in the trash. It's my girlfriend's daughter.
Okay. No, you're all good. You're all good.
Bloopers.
Bloopers. I'm keeping them in. So. So, like, what do you guys?
Wait, he's going off the rarity.
What was that?
You was going off the rarity again.
Yeah, it's like they're not rare. Like, at the time, these are popular games that are easy to find. The only issue is, people are literally selling this for, like, more than they're supposed to.
Right, yeah.
And, like...
And that's not bad.
I mean, yeah, it's a good and bad thing. It's like... But it's like... With all the... Like, when it comes to, like, game collecting, it's pretty much like... There's too many people that know they can make money off this. And they're pretty much kind of, like, taking advantage of it. It kind of, like, gives, like, people, like, they don't want to, like, they want to collect games that remind them of growing up and stuff. But now you can't really do that because, like, people are just trying to sell them for arm's length, especially with the GameCube being one of the games, because where else are you going to like pretty much play that other than emulation.
Love the cube.
It's either you emulate it or, like you said, it's you find it for the cheapest price on eBay. Or even like what I honestly do is I like to go around to like local stores, honestly, like just kind of these secondhand shops that are selling these stuff. But even then, that's still, I'm getting screwed over because they're going off of the online scalper prices. It's like, oh, Super Mario Sunshine's going for 60 on eBay. All right, let's mark it up for 60. And, like I can't, it's not helping me like try and get a better deal for it around here rather than, get it shipped from like somewhere in the middle of nowhere in the world that has a pristine copy of it that's ready to go.
Oh yeah,
So that's why you need connections. You need people.
Right.
You need connections, yeah.
Yeah, and the crazy part is like there's a local game shop here, like secondhand shop, and they're literally worse than GameStop. Like seriously, like if you want to trade games and they literally give you like, oh, we only can give you like $8 for this game. I'm like, this game's perfectly good condition. What the hell are you talking about? It's an old GameCube game that's in good condition. But no, we have to see if people are willing to buy it.
Oh, I gotta make money off of this, and then they're gonna mark it up for triple the fucking price. Like, come on, dude, really?
That tax time.
Yeah, like even like I'm like, yo, these retro game shops, like I only buy, like I'll buy a PS2 game there because that's cheap because no one really buys PS2 games that much. But like for a GameCube, I'm like, are you serious? Okay, one game I tried to sell there was Kirby Air Ride, and it was complete. Nothing was wrong with it. And they wanted to literally give me only $8 for it. I'm like, this game is literally going for 50, and you're only gonna give me $8. So you can sell it for more. And they were like,
I think it's because wasn't like a documentary or some video saying like why game stores kind of sell it for low or kind of taking trade for lower price.
That's GameStop, but that's more corporate.
I heard that.
And I sold a bunch of DVDs and music CDs at B-Stock and got like 29. That's like a whole box worth.
Yeah, I have a similar place around here that like I took like a stack of like old games and DVDs, and they're like, yeah, we'll give you $5 for all this. Like,
I can buy it.
Really?
And
I could sell most of these for like $5 a piece on eBay. Come on.
Right. All right. And that's where I want to... and that's where I kind of want to like go back with this whole collecting, because like there's other hobbies. There's people that collect movies, CDs, albums, and the prices never go high. Like if I want to find a good Blu-ray copy of Jurassic Park, I could find that at a Walmart or online for like $10. How is a movie different from a video game?
So
Like people collect VHS copies and all that, and like they can find that stuff less than time. That's a hobby you can like spend $100 and you'll have like half of like a wall for collections. But when it comes to video games, it's literally like one or two GameStops.
Like, I mean, because with DVDs, you know, I can't really say they're rare. I mean, if it's like an out of print or like a special edition, so to speak, there you go. But like, I think with games, it's going to be used more. There's more value in it, but the trading process is now downgraded.
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend that tried selling a PlayStation VR, bought it for like $400, and then he took it at half price books. They would have given him $200. So they out doubled him.
But yeah, it's just like it's just one of those things where it's just like, why like you can't. I feel like you can't even enjoy game collecting because it's just a lot of money to spend. Like, I feel like I own 30 GameCube games, and I felt like I spent at least over $800 on those games.
Like probably less than 20. Some of them were seen, but others I had a hard time finding. Like, I still not gonna forget. I was able to find Brawl. I bought 64 from a friend of Smash. The hardest game, of course, Melee. I go to Savers one day, found it for $20, and anyone else out here can sell it for 60, 100 to God knows how many. But Savers, $20. I'm like, yes. That was hard skin to find.
Yeah,
I still love it.
Yeah, it's just like it like I also want to like not it's still related to the subject, but like this is why like this whole like physical digital like world we live in now is like even going more crazier. So recently Sony announced that the PlayStation 3 servers for the PSN, PS Vita, and PSP are shutting down this summer. So after this summer, you can no longer buy digital games or anything off those systems.
I mean, it's outdated.
Yeah, it's outdated. They said you can go back and re-download your stuff, but the servers to go buy stuff, it's gonna be gone.
You know what? Kudos to Sony for holding out this long on shutting it all down, because I still remember when they shut down the Wii store, and like that's about like around the same time the Wii came out, around the same time as PS3. They shut down the Wii store like what? As soon as the Wii U came out, they were like, "Yeah, forget this."
Yeah, it was like
at least they waited till like the PS5.
It was like right when the Switch came out,
right?
Like month after it came out.
Yeah.
Right.
And
but it's like they still like they just like, oh, bye.
Yeah, what they did.
We don't need a Wii store. Oh, you want the Weather Channel anymore? Bye.
Okay, yeah. So what they pretty much did was like they shut the Wii servers in. Yeah, when the Switch came out, but before that, they still had them open, but you couldn't buy anything. You only could go on them just to re-download your stuff.
Yeah, and then they just like, no, we're completely shutting it down.
Yeah, and that's where I'm like, that's where I feel like
I remember cleaning my room one time, and I tried going on Netflix, and it didn't happen.
Jeez. Yeah, you can't even like. Because the thing is, not everybody.
You can't do anything on the Wii, and it has like internet connectivity, and it's just all shut down.
Yeah, it's shut down.
The same thing with the DS or 3DS.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. It's like there's a huge chunk of people in the world that buy games digitally, and they don't want to like buy physical copies because okay, maybe they don't have the room space or they're just not into it. But it's like. You literally just spent money on something that you won't be able to use anymore because you can't get access to it.
I'd rather buy physical copies.
Yeah.
That's just my go-to.
Yeah, physical.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, obviously physical copies. I have all my physical copies right here. I mean, I still plan on getting more, but yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, digital copies are so like convenient. Like you could just pop them up and they're right there. But yeah, like. The PlayStation 3 is like that perfect example. It's like, well, the servers are going down. What about these games that we can't play on, like PS4, PS5? So, like, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, or Infamous 1 and 2, or the God of War games. There's a bunch of games. There's like a bunch of games that we, like, I'd love to go back to play, but I can't play them because I don't got a PS3, or they're not playable on the PS4 because there's no backwards compatibility. So it's like at that point, it's like, what's the point? Like, how I see it is, like, I love video games. But this kind of stuff, especially with people like scalping, knowing video games are going to go up high, especially with servers going down and stuff, this makes me, like, get pushed away from gaming a lot.
Still, I mean, there's gonna be ways you can find hard copies, but I mean, I think for people, instead of like, oh, I don't want to pay extra to buy a physical, but yet you're gonna pay probably close to the price of a digital, because like Xbox One, if I wanted to get anything, it was gonna be Killer Instinct. Now, of course, Killer Instinct at that time was on the server. They released a physical copy years later, so they kind of did the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's all getting outdated now.
Yeah, I mean, like, even though I love physical game hunting and stuff, and like, I buy PS4 games, and they're way cheaper physical than they are digital most of the time. Like, I go to Walmart, and I could buy, like, I got God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Uncharted 1 through 4, and the Spider-Man game all under $60 because they were all on sale on Roblox.
See,
So
that's my biggest gripe about digital, honestly, is the fact that you literally have to wait for a sale in order to get these games like at a discount, and then it's just like immediately going to go back to $60 in price. Whereas physical, it's like the value starts going down and stays at that value for for however long the release has been out.
Right, but my issue
those are sale, everyone's going out.
Yeah, but my issue with physical copies nowadays, especially the PS4, the PS5, Xbox One X, and regular Xbox One. Yeah, you get a physical copy, but the issue is you still gotta install the game and you need internet in order to install the rest of the game.
That's a lot of gig.
Yeah, and like I was saying, like, what if one day they shut down PS4 servers and it's like, oh, you can't download the rest of the game because you need internet, but you can't connect it because they shut down the servers.
Insert the second disc for Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh, we can't download this.
We can't.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's games that have that, but like for example, the Spyro Reignited trilogy. Only the first game is on the disc. If you want the second and third, you need internet to install the update to download those games.
That's why I just got mine on a PlayStation.
PlayStation 1. It's kind of why...
And two of them on Game Boy.
Right. I mean, I also give props to Nintendo right now with the Switch. Like, you could play a game without being connected to the internet. You could automatically start the game. There are still, like, the third-party games that you kind of need to install and update. But a majority of the games, like, you could literally just put the cartridge in, play it from the start. The updates are just optional.
Yeah.
I mean, that's been their whole mantra since the beginning. Is they're very single player driven companies, and they're very like, hey, plug it in, you're ready to go. I mean, look at the original NES. You pop that cartridge in, and it was boom, game started up.
Yeah, it was ready to go.
I mean, they delivered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, like the crash.
I'm so glad that Nintendo has stuck to their heritage as much as possible. Yeah, they did the discs with the Wii and everything, but they're going back to the cartridges. They're sticking to their heritage. I like that.
Yeah,
see, I'll give this credit to the Wii. You remember how when Xbox did the Xbox Live?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think what did Dreamcast do? I know they had internet, but what did they do?
I think they only had like one
I'm not sure.
Like they had an online game, but it only like it was so I think it was like a Fantasy Star type game.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Power Stone too. But no, like you got all that, and like with Xbox, basically, hey, we're gonna play multiplayer around the world. Cool. What the Wii did, they did that as far as they went advanced because you got your different channels, you got your virtual channel, you got your shop channel, and you can like download other channels. You can actually do more on Wii than you probably could do on an Xbox back in the day. And I definitely give them the credit for that. But it's like I wish I could have done it back then when I actually learned it better, but I didn't. But yeah, I'm gonna miss Netflix. I'm gonna miss YouTube. I'm gonna miss like the shop channel.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even buy anything that much though.
That's my other thing. Is like with the Wii Shop channel, there's games on there that you can't download anywhere else because they were only on the Wii. Like, what is it? They remade the Castlevania games from the Game Boy on there to make it more like a Super Nintendo style. They made Sonic the Hedgehog 4. There's an exclusive Dr. Mario game, but you can't play those games anywhere else other than the Wii.
Then you got Sonic Mania.
Sonic Mania is definitely the redemption game. Which they actually do a physical copy.
I need to buy that soon. I need to buy that soon.
It's definitely
that and Sonic Forces.
Okay, so I want to show you something specifically. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think like with Sonic Mania, like I still my love is gonna be Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, but I definitely love Sonic 2. So I think how they went with this and just reimagine it, they did it right.
I recommend you, Keenan, get this game. It's all in one cartridge. It's Sonic Mania and Team Sonic Racing.
Walmart or Target?
I got this one at GameStop.
Ooh. So I remember, I swear I seen it at a store though.
Yeah, it's at Target. I've seen it at Target.
Cause really,
I've seen it at Target.
really, I go to GameStop.
Target, Walmart, Best Buy, and GameStop, and Amazon. But
I've been looking into that because I've been playing like a whole lot of like Sonic music, and for the Sonic Racing one, it was a green light, whatever. So like, I would definitely looking to get like all the Sonic games if I had to.
Right, but yeah, like everything is all on one cartridge right here. That's the best part. Like you don't even have to download anything. Yeah, there's an updates, but you can literally everything's all on one cartridge. That's why I like.
Sega. God, that's so beautiful.
Yeah, so this is where I'm like.
That's another thing with even physical too. Like I've seen more nowadays. Like isn't the new like the whole new U Mario Bros in like a Switch game? I feel like my fiance and I have that game. Like all the like the Wii U. Yeah, it's like an all-in-one like cartridge. I'm sure it's digital too.
Oh, hold on, I think I might have this one too.
So I want to see the.
I'm fairly certain you. I think you showed me this picture, and yeah, she was like, "We got to get it." Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's
Nickelodeon did a production for that.
Yeah, it's pretty much a Wii U game, but with a new game added to it. So it's all on the cartridge.
Yeah,
right. Like, it's all on the cartridge.
Was sponsoring that.
Yeah. My only game that like I was talking about earlier, Spyro. It's the same thing. Like only one game's on the cartridge. If you want the other games, you have to do like an install update. That's where I'm like, it's just one of the, I hate games that do that.
That's where you need an internet, and it's like, okay, when's the Switch store gonna go down? How soon should I download these?
Yeah, right. It's like when is?
I mean, I would hear like in time they'll make more.
You can hear the ticks of the clock just winding down.
Right, and like. Even with old school games, like I decided to like look for Simpsons Hit and Run. I was originally gonna get it on GameCube. I'm like, okay, it's $70. Okay, I have a PS2. I'm just gonna buy it on PS2. I checked to see how much it's on PS2. It's $50 now.
Wow.
And like, yeah, retro games are just like harder to come by, especially with those kind of prices. And then,
especially that one, Simpsons Hit and Run has been one of those games in the recent few years that has gone up in rarity and findings, honestly, because a lot of people are looking for it.
Yeah. I still like Road Rage, but Hit and Run was awesome.
Hit and Run was a big hit for the Simpsons. That was the game every kid got when they asked for Grand Theft Auto for their parents, and they're like, "No."
No,
I rented that one.
I got both.
I got both. That one heavily.
Man, I wish I would have bought it.
Yeah, we got it. Going back to like the whole PlayStation thing. Like another example is PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. It's pretty much Smash Bros with PlayStation characters. But my issue is like if you were to buy a PS3. After the servers go down, you can still buy it and play it. But you can't access the DLC characters after that. That's
who's all the DLC?
There wasn't much. It was a Cat from Gravity Rush, Zeus from God of War, some character from Starhawk or something like that, and Isaac from Dead Space.
Okay.
Like the DLC was okay.
Yeah.
It was like I would rank it maybe like a 6 out of 10. Of all of them, like only Isaac. To me, only Isaac from Dead Space was probably the best one. But yeah, it's still a fun game. I would say it's second to Smash, honestly.
I mean, Smash is gonna be overall like a compatible game, and as far as like the character layout.
Yeah. And another thing I've been noticing too, I've been seeing a lot of videos about it. The Wii U itself is getting games removed off the market, off the shop. They removed Donkey Kong Country. They removed Mario Maker. They've removed the pretty much every game that was on Wii U got moved to Switch. It's not on the Wii U shop anymore.
Yeah.
And
They gotta move on.
yeah, I get it. It's like, okay, you got the new console to run the game better, and that's where everyone's popping. But what if people like only have a Wii U or just can't afford a Switch or something? You know?
Then they gotta either buy one that's like factory stored or just don't update.
Right. So yeah, that's the issue with this whole like, we live in a world now where it's like games like require internet to play nowadays, and even though if they're just single player based games, and the ones you need,
It's kind of shocking to me that they took away Mario Maker on Wii U, because that was such a huge hit for them. Like that was like when it came out, I was like, I was really debating on getting a Wii U. I hadn't had a Wii U at that point, and I'm like looking at this. It's like, this is kind of what I've waited for since I was a kid. Like, build your own Mario levels. It's all the old games. This is awesome. Like, I'm so glad that they made a second one for the Switch, because I wish they would have ported that one over, but I'm glad that there was a sequel.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I bought the Mario Maker for the 3DS for like $10. That was like 2 years ago. I've not really got my hands on it yet, but I'm glad I bought it.
Right. It's a fun game. It's such a fun game, and that shocks me that they took that off their store, honestly.
Yeah, not only that, they also shut the servers down for the Wii U and 3DS versions of the game. Like, you can't go online and download levels.
There's so many levels that, yeah, like you remember like watching people play on, like, you can't go back and play any of that? Come on.
Like, whatever you have downloaded is all you can play.
There's so many people's time and hours like spent in that game, and you're just gonna erase all that for everybody. Really?
You got Minecraft.
Right? Minecraft has been around since, I don't know, 2008.
Yeah, that was like a late because it started on PC and everything, and once it hit consoles, it was like
it got big.
Blew the fuck up.
It's still like one of your top rated.
It got huge. Like, I remember it being a computer game, and like my friends telling me, "Oh, you got to do all this. There's like crafting recipes and everything." I'm like, I don't want to learn all that. And then like the console version came out and like streamlined everything, and it was like, wow, what a game this is. This is awesome.
If only Roblox had a console game.
They did at one point. I'm not sure if they still do, but I remember like just perusing it, just to see what it was about. It was a train wreck.
What, Roblox?
It was so bad. It was man.
Yeah.
They made a console version for Roblox. I remember there was at least one on the Xbox. Do you remember that?
We don't have it.
Oh, it was a train wreck. It was a train wreck.
I don't get how like, I know it's specifically for little kids, but I'm like, I don't get the point of it. Like, why? I'd rather play Fortnite than that.
I don't like either, but yeah, honestly, I'd play Fortnite before I'd play Roblox.
You know what? I've like, okay, so like honestly, I decided to give Fortnite a chance. It's fun when you're playing with a group of friends your age. Because you could either take it serious, fuck around, or it's the little kids that kind of ruin it for me.
Yeah. They're gonna talk a lot.
Yeah, they're gonna talk a lot, they're annoying.
In the debate of the best battle royales out there that are shooters like that, Fortnite is by far not the best. And honestly, I'd say even though they've mass produced their kind of shit, Call of Duty has really figured out how to do it right. Honestly,
look, it's Call of Duty.
I really like their Warzone.
Fortnite has Fortnite has the gimmick.
Fortnite made it popular.
Call of Duty had
Fortnite made it popular
for one, and you have more competitive play. And let alone like the sponsorship, like to where Fortnite, you basically made a kid version of Call of Duty. Same with Platoon.
It's into the games for like at least the younger generation, because that's how it was. At least when I was a kid, it was like there was Call of Duty 3. I think I was like probably 13 when the first Modern Warfare came out. That's when it was called Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Yeah. They were still numbering these.
Yeah,
well, that was back then.
I played one when I was in 5th grade. That was like 2004 2004, 2003. So then I think Modern Warfare didn't come out till like later, like right before high school.
Right.
Probably our battle royals back in the day were GoldenEye, Time Splitters, Halo, original Call of Duties, Star Wars Battlefront.
Halo 3's custom games definitely had a battle
Halo 3.
royale, I feel like.
Right.
GoldenEye with your friends whenever you all went over to the same house with your controller. That was the first battle royale.
We did that.
Let's be clear.
GoldenEye
is the first battle royale.
I honestly think Halo would do great for battle royale.
Of course.
I feel like they would know how to do it right.
I feel like they would too, and I'm waiting for Infinite still to release because I know it's going to be on there, and I'm just like, you guys know how to do this. Come on. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up.
Halo
is such a fun game too. If you made it, honestly, if it was like a battle royale, like a Halo 3 multiplayer style, or even Reach, you're gonna kill. It's gonna kill.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
It's the Halo, like the quintessential multiplayer for Halo was honestly for me Reach and 3. Like the betas were perfect, ran great, buggy a little bit, yeah, but it fixed itself out. And if they implemented like those multiplayer mechanics with battle royale, it's gonna just kill. It's gonna be great.
Keenan and John might know this, but the OG battle royale, Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah.
I got you on that one.
Royal Rumbles are always the
I remember,
main
like, even
battle
like
the day,
even when it came to like the WWE versus like Raw versus SmackDowns, with back before all that was even made, the solo play of that was just fantastic.
Fantastic.
What's up? Okay.
The
Don't
day,
fall.
the day.
But yeah, like.
Nah, go ahead.
Like, yeah, 'cause I just remember just playing like WCW games and like Day of Reckoning, Royal Rumble. I think I probably played a demo or I played it a few times. I never played like all year round though.
The day WWE makes an online Royal Rumble game, battle royale game, I would definitely download it day one.
That'd be cool.
Because like they haven't implemented anything like that in their game. It's only been like 4 to 6 players and that's it, and you get to choose the next character. But actually putting 30 people in an online game.
20 or 30 people in like a Royal Rumble match online. That'd probably be a pretty fun battle royale.
It would be a fun
But these fun
throwing people like out of the ring.
We played like the old SmackDown vs. Raw games. One was, I think, for me, it was 08 or 09, and no, it was 07 because I had it on PSP, and only 6 people, of course, they could be in the match, and only one has to get out for the timer to go back on.
Yeah.
So I was like, I could imagine if they did it the right way, where it's like, okay, every 90 seconds someone comes in, you can probably have up to 12 people in that ring.
I feel like with the new generation,
You have to watch you every move.
Yeah, I feel like with the new generation of consoles, we might have that. I'm surprised we barely got 8 players for the PS4 and Xbox One for like the last 3 WWE games.
Yeah.
Now, who won this Royal Rumble? I forgot.
The most
Edge did.
Yeah.
Edge. Yeah, it'd be pretty interesting. I saw they just recently on the Switch they released the Pac-Man Battle Royale.
Oh my god,
Pac-Man 99.
Yeah, Pac-Man 99. I played a bit of it. I was surprised. I made it to like.
So this is like Tetris 99, right? Like
Yeah.
they did the Tetris 99 before. Now it's just Pac-Man.
Yeah, it's what Pac-Man.
Now, Tetris 99 was fun. I played
Tetris 99 is a lot of fun. I have played that too as well, and that's a lot of fun.
I played like.
I played PlayStation when it was like 3D.
Yeah, I played a few rounds of it. I managed to get like to 6th place, and it's actually pretty fun. Like, yeah, your goal is like to like summon a bunch of ghosts on your arena, so you could eat them and transfer them to other players, while they could summon like an evil Pac-Man coming after you also.
Basically like the groundwork for what Mario 35 was, and
Yeah.
what makes me honestly mad about them deleting Mario 35 is, I don't know if you guys remember it, but before that came out, there was a site you could go online where it was the same concept. It was, you played through the Mario levels, but it was Battle Royale and it was all online. Nintendo saw this and was like, hey, this is our game, this is our copyrights, you're not allowed to fucking do this, take this fucking site down. And then Nintendo has the fucking balls to say, hey, we're going to release a game called Mario 35. It's a battle royale where you, like, kill each other in a Mario. And then, oh, it's only limited time. So not only are you're capitalizing on what your fans created, but you're literally taking the idea, monetizing it, using it for a little bit, and then just completely erasing it. Like, that's... I love you, Nintendo, but, like... I understand where they're coming from a business standpoint, but, like, why wouldn't you keep the game around forever? Like,
right. And, like,
why did it have to be a limited time? Like, the fans were running this on a free website for, like, no charge. Go ahead, play it, have fun. You guys shut it down and, oh, you can only use this through Nintendo Switch Online. Pay the, it's cheap. It's like $20 for the whole year. It's not that bad, but it's still like
some bonus items with it.
Don't limited time that. Like, that's a fun thing to, like, sell your online to people. It's like, hey, we got this Mario Battle Royale.
You gotta think broad. Like, any other company could do that. Like, can you imagine like Namco doing that? Like, you got Pac-Man, Mappy, you got Dig Dug, you got a pole position. Hey, anyone can do it.
This could be your staple battle royale, but you're taking that away from yourself.
Don't copyright.
Mm-hmm.
It's their. It's still their game. It's like it's Namco's Pac-Man. That kind of makes sense. Tetris, whoever owns rights to Tetris, they made their battle royale. It's like, if you're gonna have a staple game, it's like Fortnite's Epic Games. That's Fortnite. It's their staple. It's their battle royale. Why wouldn't you keep Mario 35 for the Nintendo Switch Online to keep as your staple of your battle royale game? It just makes sense to me. Like, why would you do that limited time?
Because they never made physical copies, and they knew that just having it online, it'd be very, very, like, it wouldn't be slow. It would just be very limited.
I still wish they wouldn't have limited that, because you can still play Tetris 99, and now they have Pac-Man 99. It's like, why, if the games are going to be available out there, why not just keep them out there?
Hey, we got Pac-Man, we got Pokemon, we got Pokken.
Wonderful.
We got Pokken Tournament. They could redo that one.
Wonderful. I want my Mario 35 back.
So,
okay, that's coming from me being like a decrepit old man who grew up playing the original Mario game. So, like, this was my forte.
I'm not blaming you.
This was like a dream come true for a battle royale game. It's like, I know this game like the back of my hand. Let's go, baby.
Because like you got Mario All Stars, where it's basically the original 1, 2, and 3 updated.
Well, yeah, you have that, but the one that they took away is the 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. And I feel like they only did that, and I feel like you and I had this conversation, Oscar. They only did that because they saw the scalpers, and people were buying these games secondhand from stores and going, okay, let's remaster them, sell them for a limited time, and then take them away. That'll drive those prices, the older versions up, and the price for ours up.
Right. So I saw this article.
Your consumers don't win. Your consumers don't win.
Right. So I see this article that I guess they interviewed a Nintendo employee that was like aware about all this stuff happening, and he kind of literally confirmed like this is like they're trying to Disney Vault it. Like, he was like saying he said they pretty much knew if they made this game a limited time release, they knew they were gonna make money out of it, and they did. They made more money.
Oh yeah.
With this whole experience, where people knowing it was a time limit, because he was saying like a time limit game, people will more likely buy it in a game that's like, okay, it's just gonna be sit there. I'll buy it when I get the time to. And it kind of like
so many things you can bring down.
So many wrong and good things are there, and the thing is, it's like, what if someone just buys a Switch and they wanted to get the game? Now they can't no more because they felt forced. That's the thing. It's like
limited time.
Limited time.
Sorry.
people.
Oh, you want to play? You want to be nostalgic and like play Mario 64 again and like it be your childhood? Yeah, till March 31st. That's it. That's all you get.
Go mobile.
Even with the PS3,
Oh,
it's like.
Oh, you're just gonna emulate it? Yeah, we don't care.
Like even with the PS3, it's like I personally wanted to buy myself a PS3 so I could play some PS3 games. Now I feel like I'm forced to buy one because servers are shutting down. You can't download all the DLC and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just like, all right.
I still can, kids.
Seriously, it's like
selling like hotcakes.
They're selling like hotcakes.
It's not that hard.
Oh, you want these digital games that are only available on the PlayStation 3? Again, you got till June.
Go throw them in
Fun.
You got till June.
Good luck.
Have fun, kids. And
but like, okay, I got like most of the class. Y'all see some of this stuff, and it's like, yay! I could finally buy the old game that I grew up with. Now, the only reason I would not buy them, or if I really had that motive to, like, I got the real copy. Why do I need another copy but not have the real deal?
Convenience.
Well,
that's the thing. There's people that are like, this is where I'm like, there's people who might not have that console, but if they see there's an opportunity to play it on their newer console or the one they have, they'll get it there. Because we're talking as people who are we're true gamers. Obviously,
we're collectors.
We're collectors.
Yeah, we'll collect. But to look at it through the convenience standpoint of like the consumer, it's like
who doesn't play.
Okay, you're looking at these people that like, oh, I've watched these Mario 64 like videos on YouTube, right? Like, I want to play these games. Okay, Nintendo's going to re-release a copy. That's kind of convenient for me. It's $60. I get 3 games in one, and I get to play the game that I've kind of been looking at, the older game. Again, limited time. That's it.
Right.
That's not convenient for the consumer. You're giving them a time limit. It's like, hurry up and buy this or else it goes away.
Especially if you're a casual, like, even if you're a casual gamer, it's like, or someone who's just like, you don't play video games at all, but you have a game console, you pick one up and, oh, you see like, hey, I remember I used to love playing video games as a kid, and hey, I see a game, I want to get it when I get the chance. Finally decides to go buy it. It's not there anymore. Because it's like,
what would be kind of what?
Either emulate it or buy an old copy, or
Because I have
mobile.
I know.
Yeah, that's your options. That's
like
it.
I know a bunch of people, a couple of people I know here, and they all own Switches, but they're not like hardcore Switch players. They're casual. They either have Smash Bros, Animal Crossing, Mario Kart. That's it. Maybe they'll pick up another game or two. And there's some people, there's some where it's like, oh yeah, I want to buy that game. Oh, well, you can't now because. Not, and then like to top it off, we're in a time where a lot of people aren't working. A lot of people are barely affording to like pay bills, rent, eat. We're in a pandemic and stuff, so it's like money's scarce right now. And why would you make it limited knowing there's a pandemic?
Yeah, that kind of makes no sense.
God, going back to it, it's like, geez, all the things we had done.
Right. For me now, it's like, I'm so scared to use my physical copy of Mario 3D All-Stars. I feel like I'm either gonna damage it or lose it. Especially I have it like in this little case where I have like the rest of my games in, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm gonna lose it or damage it. I'm afraid to like touch this game now because once that game I lose it or break it, I can't get another one.
And it becomes you're back to square one. It's okay. How much am I willing to pay for this game again?
Right.
You better dig down to the end of the other find it then.
My fiance and I bought her favorite franchise of all time is the Legend of Zelda series, and we there was a copy of Wind Waker at some store like a few years ago because of how rare this game is. It was like finding a needle in a haystack. $50. The disc is scratched to hell, but it still works. It still works. I tell her like all the time, I'm like, look, I know you love this game. Like, this is one of your favorite Zeldas. Like, be careful with it. I love you. Be careful with it.
Right. Now here's my question.
It was $50, and I don't know how I'm going to get another copy of this. So enjoy it.
Now here's my question. Though. Even if the game or whatever was damaged by all means, would you still buy it for a collective purpose?
For collective purpose, yes.
Okay.
Because that's also putting it into a franchise. Like Legend of Zelda is such a huge name. Of course, the name drives up the price instantly. That's one of Nintendo's classics. It all depends. It depends on how rare the game is, honestly. I bought for the fuck of it. I bought Super Monkey Ball 2 on the GameCube. Why? Because I fucking loved that game as a kid. How much did I pay for it? $35 fucking dollars.
Right.
All right, that was fair to me. It was scratched. It was beat up, but it still played, still worked, still fun as ever.
And I got mine for the Wii, and I got one for the DS. If I can find one for the GameCube, then there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, I don't even care if it's complete because I have the games here. They don't have the booklets. As long as you got the game in here, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Honestly,
someone
that's all you
like
need.
I don't mind game collecting. Like for me, it's like I have a majority of my GameCube games. Like they're either missing booklets or the cases are just replicas. Nothing's like. I think the only one that's actually officially full, and I got this sealed. It's Twilight Princess.
Oh, I think I got Did I have that one? No.
Still,
I got the
I also got my fiance a copy of that.
fully complete.
I got the demo one.
Fully complete, and like it hasn't been used. It's been sealed. I got it for free sealed. Like, okay, story short, I was at a friend's house and me and his roommate were just kicking it, and I was telling, we were both drunk and we were pretty much talking about games and all that, and I was telling him I was playing collect a game.
I remember you telling this story.
Yeah, I told you about it, but pretty much
I know this story.
But pretty much we were so drunk. He showed me his collection. He showed me that game specifically, and he literally tells me, "You know what, dude? You look like you're someone that appreciates these kind of games. Here you go." I was just like, I was planning to buy that game. I even offered to buy it off him, and he was like, "Nah, dude, it's yours." I was like, "Sheesh."
He's a dumbass because I think I paid $50 for that same game too for Lizzie.
And like, I know somebody.
And that store that I bought it at is now closed because of the pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, and I know a lot of people have given me shit because I opened it out of the seal, and they're like, "No, dude, it's valuable," and stuff. And I'm like, well, I wanted to play this game. I'm not going to just let it sit there. I mean, I buy games so I can play them, not just to let them, like, show. God, no.
Good.
But going back to, like, this whole thing is, like, GameCube games are especially expensive, and that's the thing I don't get. It's like, Zelda, Mario Sunshine, those games aren't rare. They're popular games that came out on GameCube. They sold millions of copies. Why the hell are they so expensive?
Now, this right here, though.
That is very rare. That is extremely rare.
Bruh. Can't bump. Dude, for $3, I don't know if you ever seen the tag. $3.
Worth it. I was
$3?
$3.
$3?
Bruh. $3.
I paid fucking $50 for this shit.
Also has that.
I paid $50
How much?
for this shit. $50. I got it off of Macari.
That's about right. It's about right for right now.
So yeah, and okay.
It's that demo.
This is a replica case.
If I could find like the actual games, that'd be awesome.
Like a majority of my games are all like replicas. But yeah,
like you have the demo disc.
Oh shit.
See, that's the other thing that I want to bring back in the whole physical versus digital thing. This is just coming from me personally. I always like a physical copy just because you appreciate the artwork and the time and effort that all these people like put in their like heart and souls into something, and like they made this like
Yeah.
colorful and like it's the same reason I love collecting vinyls, the same reason I love collecting CDs. Like anything that's in a physical form is people put their heart and soul into these things, and the artwork is like fantastic and beautiful. Like it's good to like hold something and appreciate it, you know?
Now, okay, who had the best artwork for a console? We're talking like N64's art, Xbox's art. Like who would you give your credit to the most illustrated like designs?
Are we talking about exclusive games or third parties?
Either. We're talking like consoles in general.
Okay. So let's do it. I want to have this debate right now, but I want to do like versus consoles, like console war style. Okay, so like we'll start off with.
Let's go.
We'll start off with Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. Who had the best cover arts?
Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo. Yeah.
PS1 or N64?
64.
A 64.
64? What do you think, John?
Same layout, but different look.
PS1 had some good artwork.
Yeah, PS1
but like
had
Nintendo is just iconic.
Yeah, like
Nintendo just has iconic artwork.
Like, cause you got the exclusive games. You got like Tomb Raider, Final Fantasy, Crash, Spyro, Metal Gear, and such. They have like pretty good art style.
Metal Gear was always my top.
Okay.
Metal Gear was the top.
Okay, here we go. PlayStation, Dreamcast, original Xbox, or GameCube. And I'm not talking about third-party games. I'm talking about their exclusives.
But did you guys play all those systems? Because I only like at that time, like I really only played like.
I only played PS2 and GameCube. I think the only thing I remember.
Like
I played a good variety of each. I had a GameCube mostly.
Okay.
Same.
I mean, I had PS2, so I could say, like from my point of view with PlayStation, when it comes to like box art for PS2, the Jack and Dexter collection had some pretty cool art covers. So did Ratchet and Clank, but theirs kind of felt too like CGI-ish. And then you had Grand Theft Auto games, and the God of Wars were pretty good. But I want to say GameCube has the win for that one.
Oh yeah, I as much as again, like there's so much iconic artwork across each. I mean, the first Xbox, you have the first Halo Combat Evolved, and that's it's standout for 2001. But honestly, again, it's still Nintendo. They have such standout art style, and you can tell a Nintendo game apart from any other console on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like you look at this one, like Animal Crossing, like it's unique. It looks like a kid's game, but like overall, like it's still a great, style how they go on.
It draws you into the game. It's like, I would like to play this.
I'm trying to look for a perfect example here. Go.
Okay, hold on. All right, you got that one. We're gonna go handheld. Game Boy, the original, or Game Gear?
Game Boy.
Oh boy. Yeah, honestly, I'd have to go Game Boy.
Okay. So, let's see. Let's get some obscure ones.
Yeah. So I want to use an example here. I got one Switch exclusive and one PlayStation exclusive game. This one's pretty much a complete edition of Horizon Zero Dawn. If you were to remove like the scores, this is the artwork.
Ooh, I like that. Nice.
Yeah, cool.
Very nice.
And then you got Breath of the Wild.
That's beautiful.
They're both really good artwork styles.
They're similar.
They're pretty similar, so it's like.
See, but again, I'd still give that to honestly Nintendo because again, it's the same that I've had across all these. Nintendo knows how to set themselves apart. They know how to keep themselves. It's a Nintendo game when you're looking at it. You look at Breath of the Wild, you're like, that's a Nintendo game. You look at Mario Odyssey, that is a Nintendo game. You can tell it from any other game console in the world.
And one thing I've noticed in game art lately, here's some examples. It's just the character and a colored background. You got Spider-Man,
right?
Red,
and then you
they're very much
Cyberpunk.
making it look like movie posters. They look like they're selling you for like, here's the main character of your story on a blank background. Red
Dead Redemption was actually pretty good, like good postering.
Yeah, Red Dead had
art. Red Dead always had good postering, and that's kudos to Rockstar. They always know what they're doing
Kudos to Naughty Dog.
Now,
most of the time.
Like, kudos to Naughty Dog for the Uncharted ones, but not their standard ones. They're like special edition cases. Like, what was it for Uncharted 4? They like their special edition case was like straight up like a steel book, but their artwork looked like an Indiana Jones type movie poster.
Straight up.
like you got these two. Now these are, I know these are definitely exclusive because this one is a Target. That's Target exclusive. Beyblade, it's all good. And then you got the walking train for the DS. Like it's like, okay, you look at stuff like this, like for the DS one, yeah, you can tell it's the DS. 'Cause look at those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Each title or each gaming franchise
Was unique to the system.
is unique.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because like with Zelda, over the years, they improved. You go from the original Zelda, which basically just the sword,
A shield
or
on
not
like
shield
a
first,
gold
then a sword.
background. That's it.
Then the Super Nintendo had a sword and a shield. Then later on, a little bit of color. And then you go all the way from that to having Zelda looking out.
Right.
That's gonna be a movie. That's a movie right there.
Pretty much like a movie. That's
So
And then
it still gives you that kind of same feeling of adventure that you get from looking at the original. It's like I'm going off on an adventure, and it brings it all the way to like Breath of the Wild. It's like I'm going on an adventure.
and then you got this. Now I actually saw the show. It's actually not bad. Like you got something like this. Basically, half anime, half what looks like Legos, but it's not. Like you got that type of art style. You definitely had to purchase that. And I don't know how the game plays. I'm not even opening this all straight rap. But like I said, you know, I think for Nintendo could really be like, hey, I'm gonna make this game. Let's make this art. Super Smash Bros. 64 art, the very first one.
Iconic.
Ooh, that was a knockout.
Iconic.
That was a knockout.
I had a buddy. He had the 3DS game of Smash Bros. And he got a custom print to make it look like the N64 version of Smash Bros.
That's
As you
awesome,
should.
man.
That's pretty dope. Pretty dope.
As you should.
Yeah.
And then you have things like this. Can we say copyrighted as hell? Yeah?
PvP? That's funny.
Yeah. This ain't a PlayStation. This is something else. This one, where'd I get this? Goodwill.
That's funny.
Complete.
Complete.
But like all my things is like it's all Goodwill. And this is a complete box. You got your charger, you got your PvP, and then you got an add-on. A Game Boy add-on.
That's cool.
Did you guys ever heard of the Soldier Boy console that was going on for a bit?
Yes. Yep.
Oh no.
So Soldier Boy
Oh boy.
Oh.
Controversy.
I'm still trying to get over the KFC console, okay?
Oh, the KFC console.
I didn't need a console that keeps my fried chicken warm, alright? I didn't ask for that. I don't know who did, but you know, it's there.
It's there.
When you're rich and you're a celebrity and you have the means to do that, there you go.
Mm-hmm. But like literally, it was full on copyright. Like the controller was straight up a PlayStation controller. The box, the system itself looked like an Xbox One, and it had NES games.
But I mean,
on it.
it's generic. It's generic.
It's generic. Like you're literally paying $600 for a console that just plays like emulators from under 2001.
Like I said, it's the same thing with this. Like it's basically just like old NES knockoffs. And then you got something like this. This is not a PvP. This is something else. Where's the power? And can't see it. You got something like that, and it's like, okay, PlayStation. No, this is other knockoff games.
Like it makes it sound like you're playing like legit graphic games, but you're only playing like ROMs.
Yeah, because one here is one is like a Punisher arcade game, which that's pretty good. But yeah, it's just like okay, a lot of these things, a lot of these like knockoffs, they can do whatever they want. Because on this one, the one I showed you earlier, there's it's a Mario game, Mario something, and basically he's a samurai, but with Mario's head.
I remember. I've seen videos of that one. That shit's funny.
And then, if y'all ever went to like a mall and beforehand they have those little stand up stores, and then one of them, if by chance they have like the like those plug and play games, because and like all there is just basically just regular NES knockoffs. Like one of them's Arabian, and another one's Latin.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Yeah, Mario 14.
Jesus Christ.
God, that glare.
The freaking glare.
But yeah, like it reminds me of Shin Onigashima. And I still want that game if I can find the Famicom.
Okay, like this is where I kind of want to ask, pretty much, like, with games being so expensive, like, at this point, it's pretty much best to go emulating, right?
Yeah.
Hang on, real quick, before we kind of do the segment. I gotta run. I gotta go get my brother-in-law from work, so I'm running a little late. I will see you guys later.
Right, everyone say peace out to Connor. Appreciate you having on here.
I will be back. I'll see you next show whenever I'm invited.
All right.
Late. But yeah.
Down to 3.
Then there were three. Shout out to Connor. Hopefully we see him next time on the episode. But
Yes,
yeah, pretty much it's like when is literally the next, like, how can I put it? Like, at one point where we say, okay, we're done buying games because they're so expensive, might as well just download them off our computer through emulation.
Like what can you emulate that's good right now? Like until what generation?
I've seen people go all the way up to PS3.
Dreamcast.
Okay.
I've seen people play PS3 on PC.
But is it like legit? Like, does it look good and stuff?
From what I've seen like it's pretty legit. But that's all I've seen is PS3 emulation.
Yeah. Because personally, for me, like if I had a choice, like yeah, like I would just do emulators because like it would be easier to get it. Plus, like if it's an older game, like for example, I was playing like some PS1 games, like the emulator can make it like kind of look better than like how it originally looked.
Yeah, like for me, it's like I'm at this point where I'm close to like buying a Raspberry Pi and just emulating PS2, GameCube games, or just even buying a Wii itself and just emulating GameCube games on there.
Yeah.
At that point,
I mean, have it like so. What am I saying? Like for example, like just your favorite games you get physical, but then like just like the random kind of games you can get like the emulator version.
Right, like I thought of that too, because I mean, don't get me wrong, I buy digital games off my PlayStation also still, and but it's games where it's like, okay, it's a multiplayer game. I mean, I'd rather buy a download. If it's a single player game, I'll buy it physical. Like that's my mindset most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like
when you go down the line, you go from cartridge to CDs to downloads. I mean, the only thing next is basically go Ready Player One, get in the game.
Yeah,
because VR is gonna get updated like hell.
Yeah, but that's what I'm like saying, where it's like, when do we stop collecting? Because game collecting is an expensive hobby in 2021 now, especially with pandemic and all that. Everything went up in price for games.
Yeah.
And such. And yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like, what if one day servers get shut down? You can't play those games anymore on your PlayStation or Xbox. You can't play the old stuff because everything's so expensive, and that's if it still works. There's no way to play it on the newer generation of consoles. Like, that's one thing about the GameCube. It's like, unless a game gets remade or re-released, not that often GameCube games get... you can't play a GameCube game on a modern console at this point.
Right.
Now, let's say a company were to expand and kind of bring in more like material, then you could probably just go on. You can probably keep that going, but like, cause Nintendo, they can expand. PlayStation and Xbox can expand together, but that's all competition. Cause you got like how Sega used to be, and now we're basically combined with Nintendo. They can have a whole lot of things to kind of go on. They got a whole lot of ways to kind of bring more, and they can sell in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Cause we were supposed to get Dreamcast, but we still never heard anything about it.
I feel like see, that's the thing. That's one of those cool things I like. It's like we got the Super Nintendo Mini, the NES Mini, the Sega Genesis Mini, even the PS1 Mini, even though that was shit. But yeah,
My boy gave me that one. My birthday.
That one.
and you can mod those where you could like download more of those kind of games for it. But I'm like, okay, but the thing is, those games are so accessible to newer consoles. Like, people will buy the Switch membership so they can play the old school games, or they could buy the Sega Genesis collection, or there's PS1 games that are pretty much getting remakes of in HD with prettier graphics and all that. But then there's like those ones where it's like, oh, I want to play Sims and Run. I can't do that because it's not playable on the new consoles. Or I can't even download it on any of the consoles. And it's so expensive on the old stuff. Where I'm surprised something like this happened with SpongeBob, Battle for Bikini Bottom. One of those games you wouldn't expect. Like, one of those games you wouldn't... Yeah, one of those games you wouldn't expect to get a remake. The game on GameCube's $30 for the GameCube version. But you can also buy it for the same price for the newer consoles.
But I mean, depending on the game, though.
Yeah, it really depends on the game, too. Especially, like, I see some games on PlayStation where they're not that expensive, and there's, like, the ones that are expensive are, like, the rare ones, or the ones that literally, like, were close, but didn't sell that much, because they came out, like, the last years of the PS2. Like, one of them I'm looking for is, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was about to ask about that, yeah.
Only
I
got
think I've seen that for pretty expensive, right?
Yeah. And, like, I had it, and I regret selling it when I was younger. But, yeah, now that game's, like, worth $300. $300 just for the PS2 version. If you want the Wii version, it's $90.
No, I'm not paying that.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I'd rather just play that.
Right. I would rather just emulate it at that point. That's what I'm saying. It's like, when do we start saying, all right, fuck it, we're just emulating?
I guess like it'll depend like how much money you have and stuff. Like if I had money, if I was rich, like I'd buy whatever, right?
Right.
But since like you got to prioritize like different things, like I wouldn't buy it if I thought if it was like over $100, I wouldn't buy it unless like I love the game so much that I don't know. I can't justify $300 for one game.
I think the most expensive I got was Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes for the GameCube. And where is that?
I have that game actually. Yeah.
I think I got that for PlayStation.
I got lucky.
It's only on GameCube.
Yeah, it's on GameCube. This is the GameCube one. Yeah. I got lucky and I got it off GameStop's website for $60.
It's expensive now because I got that like really like I got that way back then. It was maybe like $20.
Yeah, you know what? Let me look it up right now on eBay. Metal Gear Twin Snakes.
But you gotta think back then, like when those kind of came out. Okay, first they'll be like probably $60, and then later on when you got the new console coming out, like let's say the Wii, all the GameCube games were probably on like discount, and now you go from going retail price, then you put it on sale, then you get it back to a higher price.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
So,
yeah. See, I have it. Like,
Yeah.
it's still set. It still has the tag on it.
And he
yeah,
got the sticker.
mine still has the GameStop sticker. It didn't really come. I had this spare case, but it didn't come with this case. It came with like a regular, like broken DVD case, and one disc was in it, and the other disc was just like loose in an envelope.
I think mine is.
Yeah, because I think I got. Cause I remember at first I went to V-Stop one time and they had the Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3. No. Switch. It was Best Buy. They had the whole like trilogy pack, and then once I sold that off, I rebought back the games. So I got the Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation, the 2-disc. I got 3. I still think I got 2. And finally, boy, it was at a Goodwill. I found the NES Metal Gear for like $9.
Sheesh.
I was like, I was playing the emulator all that time, and now I got the game. I need to review that soon.
Okay.
That's classic, man.
So I looked it up. For a complete copy of Metal Gear Twin Snakes is going for $130.
Yo, what? I can sell this then.
Hold on. In all in good condition, everything in there?
Yep. Between 130 to 160. Incomplete is 100.
Yeah,
Incomplete's 100.
that's a deal.
And there's people just selling the one of the discs because it's a 2-disc. One disc is going for $50.
That's crazy, bro.
That's a deal.
I didn't know I had a game that was worth that much.
Let's see how much is Twilight Princess.
We're rich.
So wait, when you bought the game, it was from GameStop. It was $60.
Yeah. So a majority of my games I bought out at GameStop because at the time they were still on sale. It was only available online to buy GameCube games, but
Yeah.
they were pretty good. Some were hard to find because they weren't in stock, but there were some that were like they would pop up. I was waiting for Metal Gear to get popped up. It would come and go, and like usually when I didn't have the money, it was available. I had the money one time. I immediately bought it, and it went out of stock, and that's the copy I got.
Like, what year was this that you got it?
You know what? I think it was right before the pandemic. Like it was was early 2020.
Shit.
Okay. Yeah, because I got mine like way back. Like when I was still in high school, I bought mine. So that's probably why it's still $10.
Yeah, I mean at the time, yeah, like I was in high school. GameCube games were pretty like just tossed to the side because no one was GameCube.
Yeah, like when the Wii was out, like the GameCube stuff was pretty cheap. Like that's when I got it.
Yeah, I got a bunch of GameCube games back in the day that were pretty cheap. I literally started my collection back in 2018. Like I started from scratch. This is a brand new GameCube because my old GameCube died out like years ago. So
I still have mine.
All this is all my GameCube stuff.
But like I never really played like GameCube that much because like I bought it off somebody for like $20 like after like I already had like a PS3 and stuff.
Right.
So I didn't play it like during like its time because I had a PS2 at that time.
I played it during
You were the same, right? Like you only had a PS2?
I had a PS2, but I did have a GameCube. My dad and my little brother managed to find one for like $20 at a yard sale. And it had it had F-Zero with it and stuff. The controller was pretty busted, but it was a good deal. We ended up just buying those third-party controllers, and it worked like a charm. It just eventually just, like, we had it for a good 2 years, I think. And just the eject button just got jammed. It just stopped opening, so when we close the tray, it wouldn't read the disc anymore.
Oh, okay.
And stuff, so. Oh, there goes Keenan. Probably had to get off, but yeah, it was pretty much.
How are those things though? How are the controllers like? Because I don't have a controller right now. Like I lended it.
A GameCube controller?
Like, I don't. I just have this. Yeah, I don't have one right now.
Honestly, it's a really good controller. Like, I think the issue is if you're trying to buy official GameCube controllers, they go up between $30 to $40. That's the only issue. I mean, you can buy.
But like, if you buy like a random like bootleg one, like, is it bad or like is it the same?
It depends. It depends because I bought 2 bootleg controllers from the same brand, and one worked like a charm. It felt a little clunky, but it worked really good. Yeah. And then one of them, like the analog stick was just weird. Like it was like the character kept moving to the left a lot.
Oh, okay. So it's like kind of like hit and miss.
Yeah, it's hit and miss. And like, yeah, you could. Yeah, it just depends on the brand. But I got the same brand, one through the local game shop here, and one through Amazon. And yeah, it's hit or miss, but they're pretty worth it if you can't find. If you just want to play a GameCube game, that's fine. It's just there, but I personally prefer my original GameCube controllers I got with it at that point.
Right. Yeah.
Stuff. But yeah, I think we're pretty much gonna wrap it up for today's episode. Obviously 2 other guys left, but I just want to get final thoughts with you, John. Like, do you see just a full digital future with games?
I don't think so. Like, I think there will always be people that want the physical. Like, I'm one of those people that
and then as possible I want. And then you get like those limited run companies where they'll sell a physical copy, but then they'll sell out quick and they will never restock.
Yeah, I guess it's like sort of the same thing like with like CDs and stuff, right? Like same kind of concept.
Same.
Or like vinyls.
Yeah, same. It's vinyls too. Yeah, because they're like I have a few vinyls where it's like they don't make them anymore.
Yeah.
And if the ones that are available, they're like worth a lot.
Yeah, like probably for me, like I'll keep buying physical for like the new stuff, but if there's like an old game that I want to play and it's too expensive, then like I'm okay with just like
I'm the same way. Like if it's more cheaper digital, I'll go get it. Or if it's more convenient for me to buy it cheaper digital than buying it physical more expensive, yeah. For now, I think I'm just gonna be like I'm definitely gonna buy physical copies for my Switch. I got my collection right here. Yeah. There's like only one game left I gotta buy physical. I regret buying it digital. It's Mario Kart. Because at first I was gonna go digital with my Switch games, but now I'm like, I don't know. I want to go physical with Nintendo games at least. PlayStation, PlayStation. It's more like I game share with my brother, so we buy them. If we want to play the game, we'll buy it day one digitally. But if I like it, I'll double dip on it and buy it physical later when the price drops.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I remember you said something like that before.
Mm-hmm. But any final thoughts, man?
I think that's it for me.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for watching this episode. Our first ever FaceTime screen time of the Pop Punk Nerd Show. We're gonna try to keep doing it like this now, and like just see where it goes. If you guys like it, just make sure to leave a comment down below. See anything we need to improve on and such. Appreciate Dude Level 92 Keenan, Connor. Shout out to him. Pop Punk Nerd. This is John Aquino. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you the next time on the next episode.
Peace.